Good morning once again, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, guys. We're going to get to it right away here. So the Montreal Canadiens lose 2-1 to the Boston Bruins, but there are some encouraging signs. There are some encouraging signs from the Habs core. Let's get to that right away. Let's just jump right into this, guys. As you know, I told you I'm going to try to make these videos a little bit shorter. Quick reviews here. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want to keep your attention for all of it, man, because that's how the algorithm works. It tells you if people are still interested or not. Darn it. Okay, here we go. Habs lose 2-1 to the Bruins. In overtime, the season series is done. The Habs get 1 out of 4 wins against the Boston Bruins. Nick Suzuki is the Canadiens' only goal scorer. Suzuki does, however, tie his career high in goals with 26. And that's good because he's going to push for 30, which is fun. I think he's going to do it. He's going to do it. You know he's going to do it. You know Nick Suzuki and the kind of player he is. The Habs young core showing maturity and growth. That's encouraging. Slavkovsky has 35 points so far this season. There's other points to talk about, but let's start with the basics, and that is, of course, the general stuff. The loss here to the Bruins in this last matchup between the two storied rivals, and another 2-1 game. The Canadiens won 2-1 in overtime earlier this season. The Bruins now do the opposite and turn the tide on the Habs here. But, you know, the young core I will get to in a second. But let's just talk about the first period because that's the only period other than overtime that we actually saw goals in this game. So let's go to the box score just really quickly for the game here. So we saw Slavkovsky get caught puck watching a little bit. And then, of course, Danton Heinen, who has been a bit of a thorn in the Canadian side this season, scores the opening goal for the Bruins. And the good news is not that long afterward, Slavkovsky responded very well. But I got to say that Cole Caufield, his physicality, his work along the boards created the turnover, which led to the Nick Suzuki tying goal here. So that was really nice to see from Caufield because we're not used to him necessarily being a more physical player, but we are seeing him become a more complete player. And part of that is being a bit more physical. So he gets the puck loose. He forces a turnover to Nick Suzuki. The puck goes to Slavkovsky. He spins around and gets it back to Nick for a wide open cage, 1-1. And then from there to the end of the game, pretty much nothing happens. No, it's not true. We saw that the Bruins were out playing the Canadiens for a good chunk of that first period there. But in the game in general, I still don't get Josh Anderson and his ability to just find a way not to shoot the puck. I mean, I don't know if he just didn't see the pressure on him, but in the first period, he had possession for like a good little while in the offensive zone. And he had a Bruins defender on him, and he had time. He had time to do something with the puck, and then he just gets stripped of the puck, and it goes the other way. So I don't know what's going to happen with Josh going forward, but it does seem to me like he's got to not just refine his game, but they got to find him line mates or something that are going to work because clearly Jake Evans and Brendan Gallagher aren't doing it. But you can't put the onus just on them because Gallagher and Jake Evans, to me, are pulling their weight. And I don't know. I just want to see some improved play from Josh next season. I'm just hoping that things can turn around for him. It's been a tough one for number 17 this season. So the Habs young core showing maturity and growth. Caden Gooley made a great play defensively to keep the puck out of the Canadiens' net early in this game too. And again, it's just a sign. And he said it himself in the post-game interview, how he's seen the growth in the Canadiens himself from last year to this year. And they're handling things a lot better. What was the statistic? I'm actually going to pull this up because I actually have it here. And the amount of games the Canadiens lost by 1 goal is absolutely staggering. It's quite a few. So I'm going to pull up the statistic for you guys. It was the 38th of 66 games the Canadiens have played decided by a single goal this season. That's a lot of games decided by 1 goal, especially the Canadiens being in the bottom 10, close to the bottom 5 of the standings this season against the second best NHL team, and that is the Boston Bruins. So that being said, that's the results you have. That's how close they can be to taking another step next season, hopefully with some roster improvement, mind you. But Slavkovsky with 35 points, getting better as the season goes along, as we know. The noise that has quieted around him is nice because this is what the Canadiens fans want, is they want to cheer for their players. They don't want to cheer against their players. So let's be honest. I think that's the truth about the Habs fans and the way we really are. We want them to do well. We just call it out when they're not doing well, and we think they should be doing something different. But we've seen Slav take a big step forward here and taking responsibility, growth, and maturity big time for Slavkovsky. It's been refreshing to see. I like it. Sam Montembeault with a .917 save percentage in this game, stops 22 of 24 shots. And ultimately in overtime, the simplicity of it is this, is that Cole Caufield got caught kind of, not, I don't want to say pinching necessarily because he's a forward, but on 3-on-3, Mike Matheson, the Canadiens win the faceoff first of all in overtime. So say what you want about whose fault it was, but they won the faceoff. They got possession, which was one of the hardest things to do in overtime, is to get possession and then keep it. And then Mike Matheson got the puck down low, had 2 Bruins on him. Cole Caufield comes in, tries to get the puck loose. The Bruins chip it up to Brad Marchand. The puck goes the other way, and then before you know it, Jake DeBrusk buries it. And Nick Suzuki, I was looking at the play. I'm like, should Nick Suzuki have attacked Brad Marchand a little sooner on that 2-on-1? I'm like, well, not really, because then the puck would have got to DeBrusk even easier, and he would have scored. So, but that's what happened anyway. So I thought maybe, Nick could have tried to disrupt Brad Marchand a little bit more and try to deflect the puck away or just get in the, in the passing lane a bit better. But Cole Caufield was back checking and almost got there in time after that play when he kind of, helped turn the puck over against the Canadiens. So say what you want, but in the end, maybe it was more Cole's fault than Matheson, I think, for sure. But I don't know. The end result here is that we need the Canadiens to get a good draft pick. And right now, Caden Lindstrom is ranked number 10 in the top 10 draft rankings, according to Sam Cosentino on Sportsnet. So Ken Hughes has said, though, they will potentially be drafting for need versus the best player available this season. So that's kind of encouraging because that means we need a forward. So whether it's going to be Lindstrom or Cole Yzerman, which some folks are saying, oh no, like he's a one-dimensional player offensively. So maybe we try to steer clear of that. But it would be nice to get Demidov or Caden Lindstrom at this point. Either one of those would be a very positive asset. Even though I stupidly said that this draft won't make or break the rebuild, it's going to help the rebuild and we need it. So I was wrong. I can admit it when I'm wrong. That's all I got for you guys. Quick video, quick reaction. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel the way that you do. I do appreciate it. Hit like and subscribe. If you haven't already, please do hit like and subscribe. I appreciate the support. Any chance I get to jump on here, you guys know I appreciate it. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you guys real soon. Cheers.